You're watching Rosie Del Roche, and this is me, Roshni. Hello to all my subscribers and all the Rosie Rose Del Roche viewers out there. I welcome you all once again. Hi, welcome everyone. So, where to begin? What do I say? Sorry. First things first, this is my first new video ever. I mean, I'm very virgin to this kinder vlogging things and all. I've never done that before. Still, I'm here, I'm doing it. And so I'm trying to be convincing and okay. So you guys would stick with me till the end. So intense. So in my introduction video, I brought up some very interesting and very helpful story, which is one of my favorite and very dear to my heart. So here I am. I have decided to share with you guys. So, in stories, generally, I mean, what I personally prefer is that I like stories which is based on the genre like comedy. So in story, I usually try to look into things of themes like humorous and funny and very like interesting kind of thing, in a funny way. And exactly in today's stories, I will be narrating you one of this kind of story, and the story is wrote by the father of poetry himself, Geoffry Chaucer. He wrote in a collection book named the Canterbury Tales. This has 24 short stories, out of which I chose one, which is there is many favorite, but I like the story more. And so yeah, let's begin. Though the story begins in a way. There was a very poor woman in a very rural or countryside area. A poor old woman who has two daughters. They are very poor, but they have some inheritance. I won't say inheritance. Like they have some properties, like animals, like cows. 3 cows, 4 sheep, many chickens. Out of that many chickens, there was a very popular chicken, a rooster, and the rooster's name is Chanticleer. Right? The name itself seems very interesting, right? Very attractive kind of name. So Chanticleer, you see? It's sounds very attractive. I personally like this name Chanticleer. I mean, it sounds so classic, Chanticleer. Okay, that rooster name is Chanticleer. He is described in the story very handsome rooster who has beautiful physique, very strong, beautiful physique, very colorful and elegant and attractive feathers, with sharp pointed his mouth, and his voice is described as very sharp, beautiful, and it made that clear, that he is popular and he attracted many chickens. So Chanticleer has attracted many chickens, many hens, and therefore he has 5 wives. Out of that, the last one, her name is Berthelot. The hen name is Berthelot, and Chanticleer loves her very dearly. So what happens in the story is that one day Chanticleer had a very horrible and terrifying dream. In that dream, he saw a huge horn kind of like creature who had eaten him, and he saw that he was being eaten by the creature. But next day, Chanticleer wakes up. He finds himself very blessed, and after waking up, he first prayed to God, and he thanked to God that for giving him the second chance of life, and because whatever he saw in that dream, it almost felt like a real. So he thought for a second that he was that, but when actually he woke up in the morning, it was just a dream. But still he was, in a trauma, in a way. He was anxiety, he was thinking about the dream, and he was still in shock. So he decided to share his story to his favorite wife, Berthelot, fifth wife, Berthelot. And Berthelot said that, you're overthinking it. You see, dreams are just dreams. Dreams never comes true. Dreams are not really meant for the reality. It never happens in reality, whatever you saw in a dream. So you're overthinking it. Just relax, and it was just a dream. So Berthelot kind of consoled and comforted him in this manner. And Chanticleer was, after hearing her whatever Berthelot said to him, he was also kind of very relieved, and he was again out of his comfort zone. So he decided to have a fresh walk out on the field. So he decided to walk on the field. He went to the field, and he was just roaming in the field. He saw a creature, not exactly he saw in the dream, but some creature he saw from the far, and he stood there for a while. I mean, like he paused there, because he got numb for a while. He was confused what to do, because he thought that whatever he saw in a dream, it was just in a dream, because just like his wife said, dreams never comes true. So, but when in reality he saw some creature just like that, Now he is surprised and he is shocked. So he just paused there for a while. But then he, you know, he he came in his senses, and he decided to run really fast. But that creature, and that creature is none other than a fox. Okay, that creature is a fox, and his name is John Donne. Okay, remember that rooster name is Chanticleer, and fox name is John Donne. And John Donne shouted Chanticleer when Chanticleer ran away. He shouted and said that, "Hey, don't run away. I am harmless. I won't do anything to you. I won't harm you. Don't worry. I just came here to, to listen your voice, because I have heard so much about you, that I have heard you have such a beautiful voice, such a melody voice, and people are talking about you. You are so popular in our town. You are so, famous, and everyone is talking about your, your voice, your melody, your just kind of thing like that." He said to Chanticleer, and now Chanticleer stopped there, because he was so, so pleased, and he was so flattered by whatever whatever John Donne said to him. Chanticleer stood there and he listened to whatever John Donne said, and John Donne requested that, "Don't worry, I didn't came here to attack you. I didn't came here to harm you. I didn't came here to eat you. I just came here, to listen your voice just once in my life, because I really, really want to hear your melody voice. That would be more than enough." So he requested Chanticleer that, "Will you please sing me a song?" Now Chanticleer, as I told you, he's flattered. So what Chanticleer did, is that he, after John Donne's praises, he flattered, obviously. So he stood there, and he was so happy inside, and he was so so how do I say it, pumped up. He's so pumped up and so enthusiastic and so enlightened inside himself, that he heard so much about himself, praises, and he got flattered. So he decided to sing a song on the request of John Donne. So when he prepared himself to sing a song, he closed his eyes. Chanticleer, it's very interesting. The story is going to be very interesting. I mean, listen, just like Chanticleer literally closed his eyes in front of the fox, just because that fox flattered him. Now Chanticleer closed his eyes in front of the fox and prepared himself to sing a song for that fox. And when he finally opened his mouth to sing a song, just then, he's still closing his eyes, remember, it's still in his eyes are still closed, but he opened his mouth to sing a song. Just then, John Donne, it's very surprised what John Donne did to him. John Donne grabbed Chanticleer in his mouth. John Donne literally grabbed Chanticleer in his mouth. Now Chanticleer got caught, just like the dream he saw, and it became real. But don't worry, Chanticleer is also not a fool. And the interesting part comes here. What Chanticleer did is that Chanticleer, the rooster, asked the fox, that is John Donne, asked John Donne that, "Boy, I mean, you're so clever. You're so clever. You how you come up with such, very clever strategy. I mean, you're you're something. I mean, you have something. I mean, like your strategy, your plan, your everything. It was such a real quick. I mean, how do you come up with such clever plan? I mean, you did not even give me a second second thought. I mean, you didn't even give me a minute to think or to doubt on you. And here I am. I'm trapped on your strategy, and so I'm very amazed. I'm very surprised and amazed at how you come up with such plan. Please, will you tell me your strategy? Because I really want to hear your strategy, because you're such a clever, and I'm here so flattered by you. This is what Chanticleer said to John Donne. Now John Donne here also uh, got flattered by the words that Chanticleer said to him. Whatever Chanticleer said to John Donne, or praises him about his cleverness, about the tricks, about the strategies, everything about his brain. Now, John Donne got caught in Chanticleer's trap too. So now John Donne also got flattered, and when he decides, to tell his strategy to Chanticleer, he opened his mouth, reminiscing. I told you before that Chanticleer was inside the fox's mouth, right? So when when John Donne opened his mouth, he dropped Chanticleer on the ground. Now Chanticleer was dropped on the ground, and he did not take his second minute, or even a second time to stood there. He ran so in a hurry, he ran so fast and real quick that John Donne cannot chase him. He cannot catch him again, because Chanticleer this time was really fast. He ran really fast. So see, this is how Chanticleer tricked John Donne again. And at the end, no one became someone's prey, each other's prey, or everyone was, for a while, they trapped each other. So no one got caught, no one got eaten by each other. See, you see, I have mentioned you several times that praises, the flattered things. So you must have already guessed it, that this story is based on the moral, like, you should never trust a flatterer in your life. Never trust a flatterer. See, you see, the story is very simple. I mean, there's so much to talk about, but since this is just an introduction, so I made it very short so that I won't take you much time. And so, yeah, the moral is very beautiful. I made this story in a super clean manner and very precisely. I told you, I narrated you in a super precise manner, and the story is based on the flatterer, that you should never trust a flatterer. See, this theory even applies in our life, like suppose there's a saying that you should not trust sugar-coated people. So sugar-coated people are the people, like, just flattered people who tries to convince you, who tries to win over you by saying stuff like things which you easily get trapped on their on their words or in their actions. So just like that, similarly in the story, you should never trust a flatterer, someone uh, who is not real what he seems to be from the outside, who is different. Like, he shows himself something else, he shows herself something else from the outside, but inside that person is that person is not good. I mean, not truly what he actually tries to present themselves. So it says that we should not trust people who are sugar coated, who tells you something in your face and goes around and mocks around you behind your back with other people. So this kind of people, like the moral very closely or commonly connects with the our life, like our life theory. And yeah, one thing I would like to add, and if you are a literature student, if you are doing preparation or preparing for UGC NET, this story is very, very important. I mean, why it's important? Because Canterbury Tales, that is one of the most famous Chaucer's collections, poetry, and you can skip some other poem, but you cannot skip Canterbury Tales. And the Nun's Priest Tale that I just narrated here, it's one part of the Canterbury Tales. And so if you are an English student, if you are a literature student, this is going to prove you very helpful. Or you can even you can even relate to your life. Or even if you are not a literature student, it basically, or I mean, it literally proves helpful to you in based of the moral, and gives you beautiful ending, a beautiful moral, that trusting a fake people, it's never a good thing. And you also gain some knowledge. Yeah, if you are not a literature student also, you'll gain some knowledge, a moral, and yeah, that's it. I don't have much to say. I mean, I already made this story very precise, so I don't think I should make that long video. So yeah, that's it. If you really like my narrations, if you really loved or fell in love with my narrative, the way I narrated your story, if you fell in love with my story, my narrations, please do subscribe and like my channel. Show some support by subscribing it if you're new, and you can even add some comments on my YouTube, on my channel, by showing some support, love, so that in future I mean, in coming days or whenever I'm free, I can come up with something other interesting stuff. Like, even if it's not based on the knowledge, I can come up with some other contents. If you support me, if you subscribe to my channel, So I'll come up with some other things next time, hopefully. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I have nothing left to say. Make sure you subscribe it. Yeah. I'm keep ending my videos till I'm here, like caught up in myself, just like pausing and like got caught up in myself and freezing for a while. I'm so confused. Yeah, that if you make sure you subscribe to my channel, please, so that I'll bring you some other stuffs, whatever you demand. Just saying. Okay. Yeah, okay guys, thank you for watching me. This is me, Rosie Rose Della Rose. Thank you for watching Rosie Rose Della Rose, and stay tuned. Keep spreading loves, show some support, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I love you guys, and please please subscribe. Why do I keep saying subscribe? Okay. Give me some support. Give me some support. Oh, yeah. Take care. Bye. Thank you for watching me. This is me washing down. Signing off. Take care. Bye.